What's going on, everybody? It's me, the Spartan Ghost, and today we're going to be continuing Bioshock 2. Hope you guys enjoy. So what happened in the last video before I moved is that a guy named Stanley wanted me to get rid of all his little sisters so he could hide evidence of what he did to the park. It did the same thing like the old lady. It offered me a chance to spare him, but I chose to spare him, but the big sister got him. So it's his fault. He shouldn't have done it. So basically Stanley had what was coming to him. Now let's keep moving.
This is it, Chief. End of the line. If I'm right, Eleanor's mama's using Adam to force all Rapture's minds and memories into the poor girl. Lamb reckons it'll make that child a saint. Now, Eleanor's in a deep, dark place beneath Fontaine headquarters, and to keep you alive, we need to sneak in and find her.
I'd love to sit down to tea. I think I'll send her an introduction by post.
Andrew
This
Ryan.
facility belongs to the city now, to Ryan Industries, at least until the rioting subsides. While it is unfortunate that such measures had to be taken, I must admit, it is gratifying to see this building condemned. Fontaine is gone, Lamb is gone, close enough. I am alone at last, alone with my city.
None of those people are going, Andrew Ryan. Lamb is watching. Well, it shouldn't be Big Brother's always watching. Please hurry, Dad.
October 9th, 1967. Hello. My name is Gilbert Alexander, and by the time you hear this, I will be clinically insane. I am recording these diaries in advance as a last-ditch effort to assist anyone I might threaten in dealing with me. My next message awaits you beyond the security checkpoint. The bioscan will ensure that you're sane enough to need it.
Wait.
Gil Alexander. As I recall, he was involved in Big Daddy development from the beginning. Likely had something to do with you and Eleanor, son.
Most of us. Fired. What is this now? Making sure everything's filled.
Great!
Oh my gosh.
Come back to line your pockets with more Fontaine ingenuity, have you? Understand, sir, that I am the body corporate. Understand, sir, that I am Alex the Great. The company is an organism, my friend. And I can kiss you right back out into the ocean with a splendid squeeze.
Where is my doll?
Alex the Great? Oh, hell, that has to be Gil Alexander, same man who left that message we're following. He sounds mad as a March hare now.
Oh, so that robot thing is him. Okay.
Bioscan. Identifying clearance level. Identified. Clinical trial subject. Classification. Protector. Designation. Delta. Status. Deceased. Error. Updated status. Please stand by.
My secretary vouches for you. Delta, you're one of our old protectors, yes. You're a fine product, Delta. Yes, fine product. You're just lost. Say, don't look now. But I believe one of your old colleagues wants to welcome you back to the office.
This dude sounds like a Sandra Cohen. Is that me? Is that X-24 of me? X-24 Spartan Ghost confirmed. An evil clone confirmed. Let's take a look at that thing.
Status update. Status active. Access granted.
Well, I killed a clone. I'm guessing. An evil clone. But that is right. It's an evil clone.
Welcome to the Circus of Value. No refund,
Hello again.
What?
I have been exposed to a massive dose of substance Adam. By the time you hear this, I will have armed this facility's defenses en masse. You, my friend, must therefore penetrate them and kill me. Please believe that if I could have done it myself... and on that cheery note, you may use the diary lying near this screen to bypass the vocal print locks ahead and enter the security office. The password is Agnes Day.
Agnes Day. Okay.
Agnes Day.
Alright.
Please pass.
This facility belongs to the...
Agnes Day.
Access granted. Welcome, Gil Alexander.
Okay. Agnes Day.
I heard that. My likeness is company property, Delta, just like you are. Don't make me strip you for parts, Millardo!
You don't tell him to do. You're just a robot.
Please see password to enter.
I warned you.
What? 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 Hey! Get out of here.
Weatherman says heavy rain.
Get out of here.
Average show to Hercules. Stronger arm and sharper brain. That's why the future is Fontaine.
The future is not Fontaine.
Denied. Please speak clearly. Automatic deactivation for 60 seconds.
Oh, he's jamming the voice print lock with that awful crooning. See if you can find some way to sabotage his control of building security.
Okay.
You're dawdling. The security office is well above your pay grade. If you're so
Oh my goodness.
the restrooms need a good scrub. Here's a clerk or two to help you along.
Fired. You're fired.
Prison, it seems, was a blessing.
Wait.
Ryan is now dead by his own son's hand.
Oh.
But far more interesting is the program of compulsion bred into his child, coded WYK. It was some manner of verbal trigger phrase, which the boy would obey as an order, unerringly. In a way, this sad thing, this half-man, had escaped the self. Highly intelligent, but devoid of so-called free will, with all its convenient blind spots. What if he had been instructed to uphold the common good? What if he...
Yes! Congratulations! You've won a battle of wits with a home appliance!
I don't think you would be a volunteer. Sorry. Wouldn't work for you. Oh.
Explosive fire with a flick of your wrist. Charge up to blast foes with a fountain of flame.
Alright. So I can now...
Deep freeze enemies quickly. Charge up to shower foes with a devastating ice storm.
Oh, that's cool. Oh my goodness, now my fingers are on fire.
Don't you dare touch that signal relay, Delta. Its value is 10 times your own. I'm very disappointed in you, Delta. Destruction of a Fontaine asset is punishable by summary dismissal. Shall I simplify that for you? Fired! Fired! Fired!
Don't tell me what to do. I don't work for Fontaine. I don't like Fontaine. Burn, baby, burn. Get down with Bardo. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn.
Time out! You got a timeout!
Thanks to new plasmid technologies being developed here at Fontaine Futuristics, anything is possible. The power of the gods is yours. All of our
Adopting. I need to find a medic also. What is this now? A teleport thing? Unstable teleport plasmid? Hold on. I could actually teleport? Where'd it go?
Keep tinkering, you rank amateur. How long before you botch the job? That little infraction just earned you another slap on the nose, boy. Surprise, Delta!
Come on now! Are we gonna be together again, Dad?
more than one foe. Charge up to blast them with a deadly storm.
Alright. I'm taking this. Where'd it go? Now where'd it go? Up now. Where is this thing going? It went over here. What is this doing? Hey.
What are you?
Help me, 5254. Fontaine Futuristics. Where am I at now? Oh, it's a vending expert.
Each new tyrant ventured here in search of conquest, Delta. Fontaine, Ryan, and now you. But every aspiring Caesar must learn to fear the knives of his fellows. Ask yourself, what does Sinclair stand to gain in guiding you here?
He desires to escape with me? That's all he wants to do. I hope he's not like Fontaine, how he tricked me into owning it. $5, $2, $50, $4. Let's see, now...
Our hope was to bond a little sister to a single protector, so she had to be expendable in case of error. As we were fabricating a father bond, we couldn't really afford to have the girl's parents asking around. So, Fontaine's orphanages provided, and the procedure was an unprecedented success. If I had only known who the child was, Eleanor. I'm so sorry.
Delta. One extra jab in the arm, and even a hopeless underperformer can be Employee of the Month. Oh, you should know. Look around. Is any of this familiar?
The Rapture consumer is indebted to you, my boy. We ironed kink after kink out of our domestic plasmid line on you right here. Well, let's see if you're staying competitive. Step on up and take the spotlight.
Okay. Hello, my name is Spartan.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fontaine Futuristics invites you to shed your skepticism, evolve your expectations, and dissolve your doubt as we unveil the revolutionary power of our home defense plasmid series. May I have a volunteer from the audience? Come now, don't be shy.
Alright, what's the contestant?
How about you, sir? No, he's positively rigid. Yuma, at the back.
He's dead.
Oh, come on down. Let's give it a hand, folks. Only a single volunteer? Oh, come now, gentlemen. She'll be awfully nervous up here all alone.
Okay. He was easy. Okay, don't steal my stage.
Subject Delta and the power of plasmids.
Thank you. A round of applause tonight.
Oh dear, Subject Delta. It looks like you've upstaged a fellow demonstrator, and he's here to steal the show. What
No one steals my show.
Now, folks?
No one steals my channel. Kill my clone again. Burn, baby, burn. Charge it up.
Delta. The tour was never the same without you. And to think you were so spliced you couldn't stand when we stuffed you into that getup. The Fontaine family retirement plan suits you to a T, my boy.
The retirement plan? I could be a retired hero. Sadly, I gotta destroy that.
Insubordination! Severance package cancelled. Benefits rescinded.
Agnes Day.
Access granted.
Finally, I'm in. Okay.
Hello again. I must assume by now that you're willing to help end my life. In exchange, I have prepared a friendly security escort for you. Now, there's a switch in here which will allow you access to the real laboratories where what's left of me awaits you. Please, you...
Guys, we're gonna find the actual core of the memory thing.
I was to be Sophia Lamb's greatest achievement, a living composite of all Rapture's genius in the body of a single man, unfettered by self-interest. Now, I am nothing more to her than a failed experiment. My scores on tests of intelligence and moral reasoning are still noteworthy, but declining sharply. She has abandoned me, and I do not have long before psychosis takes me.
he's giving me messages to fight his own computer. So bloody in there.
As I recall from my time doing business with the owners, that oxyfill station out there's just a front for a kinda hidden passage leading down below. If Lamb's hiding Eleanor from you, that's where she'll be.
What are these?
I'm afraid the lights in here sting my eyes terribly now. Until you arrive to deal with me, they will remain off. Please, locate the breakers and flip them, and then return here to restore power.
I understand if, like...
Dr. Alexander has agreed to accept both measures of the new utopian project. He will become a kind of genetic chimera, host to all the minds of Rapture, accessing their talents and memories via the Adam we have gathered. And deriving in part from Project WYK, I have developed a new set of behavioral constraints. Dr. Alexander will live to promote the common good. His love and loyalty shall be spread evenly across the entire human race. For me, that is discipline at great personal cost. For him, at last, it will be instinct.
So, by the way, what WYK means would you kind of...
Sophia believes the perfect human altruist is just a formula, waiting on us to solve for X. Intelligence and consciousness are not the same, she argued. Awareness of self naturally becomes obsession with it. So, if we could suppress my sense of self, but imbue me with the cognitive capacity to serve the common welfare, we could thereby generate the first utopian. And then, Sophia said, at long last, utopia would follow.
So I wonder why the lights are off. Like,
Sophia and I knew that to create the first true utopian would come at a high cost, my friend. We needed someone to be host to all that Adam, Rapture's finest minds. Our subject, that is to say, myself.
Wait. What in the world?
Whatever you may have seen inside the tank, that was indeed me. I fear the fate of Eleanor Lamb will be less physical, but no less grotesque. This tank for deep-sea life is the ideal way to dispose of me. But first, you must retrieve enough Adam-infused plant life to lure me out. The slugs feed on the stuff, and it's all I seem to want now. I have left a sample here, so you know what to look for.
Okay. Wait.
We can't have you running around the laboratories in your condition.
In my condition? What do you mean my condition?
Poor things. What a life. Marching around, playing daddy, until some splicer manages to kill off their sister. And then if the coma doesn't take them, they turn maniac. Nothing left to do but scream. No offense intended, son. We better get you to Eleanor on the double.
Your body begins to tear itself apart. The compulsion to find Eleanor will drive you to madness or coma. You have no claim on her. Your design was among Rapture's greatest sins. And yet, you persist. Why?
Well, that's the end of the Alpha series. The pair bond simply worked too well. That madwoman Tannenbaum bit the company hand, turning some of the bonded sisters human again. Others were lost to splicers. Either way, the trauma proved too much for the bonded protectors, resulting in unreasoning rage or coma. We can harness their suicidal aggression as foot soldiers, but no more, I'm afraid. Today I saw one kneeling near a gatherer's garden and crying.
I'm just say right now, the story in this Bioshock game is so good. The story is worthwhile.
This is where they bound us together, Father. Playing God. You were the only good thing that Rapture ever gave me.
She was not meant to have a father, Delta. She was to be an heir to my life's work. And this is where they changed her, bonding her to you. The child she was died in this room.
We put our eldest sister through a new regimen of physical and mental conditioning and suited her up with modified protector equipment of my design. The younger ones have dubbed her a big sister. Sadly, this is a stopgap. Between rogue splicers and the aging of the girls, we'll run out of viable little sisters soon. After that, the surface may be our only source.
Poor Gilbert. It was his will to die, Delta. To serve the majority by protecting them from his lunacy. Your entire journey here is based on your refusal to do the same. Will you grant his request, knowing that he served the family?
Rebirth, huh?
What?
Sure, you live forever, but minus your body. I like my body, kid. I don't feature the idea of my memories and personality being stored in the head of some...
Wait, what's this audio?
Mother has destroyed Dr. Alexander.
What?
She tried to splice him into some kind of living saint who would calculate the common good and adhere to it tirelessly. But now he's become something unspeakable. Mother's philosophy is just as corrupt as Ryan's. By her standards, it would be better to have the entire world equally miserable than to allow us to strive in our own behalf. I have to get out of here.
Ask yourself, Mr. Meltzer, is it better to be summarily executed as an outsider caught within these grounds, or to be united not just with your daughter Cindy, but with the Rapture family as well? The choice is yours. I urge you to accept the Protector program. You will live by her side and remember nothing beyond your love for her.
I wasn't the first to find rapture, you crazy bitch. And I won't be the last. You do whatever you want to me. As long as I'm with Sydney, I'm a happy man.
Oh. So this was the guy that was searching for his daughter. Rest in peace, my friend. You have my respect. Here we go.
Live catchment system online.
Notice to all employees, Subject Delta is hereby dismissed. Escort him from the premises!
No, I don't want it. You tried to buy me out with this bribe, this penance, this sublime. God damn you, Delta!
Perfect, son. You reeled him in. Now, use that console there to take a gene sample. It should print up a genetic key automatically.
Okay, gene sample.
The key's all ready. Go on and take it.
Okay.
You got the key to Lamb's hideout, Sport. Eleanor's down there. Now just head out to the Oxyphil station and use it.
Wait, what?
It is done. The sample disposal button on the panel in front of you will administer a massive jolt of electricity to the tank. More than enough to kill me. Whatever I may say to dissuade you, do not listen. The man whose voice you hear now is long gone. As my mind fades, I find my thoughts turn to the suffering that Eleanor will be made to endure, and I am overcome with pity. But I can only offer my feeble prayers. Perhaps after my death, you can do more. Now, please, I ask you to grant me peace. Goodbye, my friend, and thank you.
You don't have to kill me, Delta. I'm sorry. Oh, please. I will go outside. I will live outside.
Sorry, dude, but that's not you. Like you said, he wants this. Back now.
This is the Oxyphil station, Chief. But don't be fooled by the facade. This is the way in. Use that key now.
Time to end this battle. Wherever it is. says. Here's the hideout, guys. Next time is the finale. But that's all the time we have for today, guys. Would you kindly subscribe for more content and check out the links in the description below, and I hope to see you all in the next video.